Kibbles is trying, and welcome to the 2026 goals video, as I'm sure I'm gonna call it that. I don't know. A couple of things before we start. I am sick, so that's why I look like a mess, and I will also be drinking tea throughout it. Beautiful. It's chamomile with a little bit of honey, for anyone wondering, if anyone was wondering. Basically, I guess before we get into it, I had some audio issues going on with the Let's Play for Escape from Ever After. So I'm in the middle of solving that. I think I've actually solved it. I solved it yesterday, methinks. But now I have to re-record all the episodes that I pre-recorded. And yeah, so riveting stuff, but it'll be fine. So there's gonna be a quick pause on that. It shouldn't be too long, but there will be a pause. Yeah, so basically this video, I know it's like the end of February, and typically these like goals for the year video are done in January. Yeah, I tried making one in January and the script was awful. By that I mean I tried to like freeball it, and that was not a good choice because I hated everything that I was saying. Sorry for my nostrils. What? Where was I? I didn't like my script, and the audio was also not great. I'm just having all the luck when it comes to audio, so that's how it'd be. Starting out here on good old YouTube with zero experience in any of this, which I did get a fun little ring light, as you can see, reflecting off my glasses and accenting the shit out of my bags, but I'm sick, so it's fine. Probably. I just am a mess right now. Okay, so yes, it's February, but I'm gonna talk about my goals anyway, because as I had stated in the first video, which you can watch if you'd like, you also don't have to. It's kind of cringe. I don't know. Anyway, but in my first video, I wanted to use this channel as a way to measure where I'm at in life. So I thought, what better way to do that than to kind of go through my 2026 goals. So I kind of did this in a little different of a format. This actually was my boyfriend's idea. Back in 2025, in September 2025, we made a little bingo card for ourselves, and we shared it, and we each had 6 goals on it, so there's a total of 12 goals, and our goal was to get a blackout by the end of 2025. We did not do that, but we're still working on it because we just chose to have it be a thing for us, and the deadline is when we get a blackout. But for 2026, we each made our own bingo cards, and I have mine right here. I made mine in a physical format just because, I don't know, it's just better for me. But yeah, I guess here we go. So, how to make one, if you're curious. Easy. You can do one physically like I did, or you can do one digitally. You can find a template online. I did the classic bingo array of the 5x5, but I also gave myself a free space. I actually put free in this economy because our economy is tanking. Yeah, but I did a classic bingo array, so I have 24 goals on mine. You do not have to go that big. If you are just starting out, you could do a super simple one. Make it manageable for you. Like, this is meant for you to measure your own success and your own goals. So yeah, I mean, nothing crazy. Why is this a section? Okay, so now we're gonna go over my goals, because that's what this video is about. It's about me. That sounded so gross coming out of my little mouth. Okay, so looking at my goals, I could put them in 3 little sections. We've got 1, hobbies. That is the main source of all of my goals right now. Like, that's a majority of them. I am really trying to expand on my hobbies for whatever reason. Number 2, physical health. Just stuff for me physically, keeping in shape, all the good stuff. And number 3, I marked brilliantly as other because it's just everything else that didn't fit in the first 2 categories, because I was creative with my goals this year. Also, as a note, I'm not going to be going through all 24 of my goals. Some of them are a little bit more personal, so I don't want to like throw that out on the internet. So for those of you who decide to be counting at home, it will not be 24 rolls, so just so you're aware. Okay, so hobbies. Here are the ones that I have. Knitting fingerless gloves. I have been into knitting. I don't know what that cadence was. I started knitting when I was in 3rd grade. It was a club at my school, and then I dropped it for many years, and I picked it back up in high school, and then I dropped it for many years, and then I picked it up again recently. And I think the reason I was dropping it a lot was because the only thing I was making were scarves. So like very simple beginner stuff, and it was very boring for me. So I decided that this year I wanted to like expand my knowledge. I actually kind of already did that last year, where I have knitted my first hat. I made this. So I did something. I learned the purl stitch for all of my people who knit out there. Never done that before. Very simple. But I have this little cute ribbing pattern, if you can see that. And it's a little big and a little clunky, and the palm is not sitting the way I want it to, and it's probably gonna fall off at some point. But it's my first one, and I made it with my own little hands, so I'm proud. And so now I want to expand on that. So first, the goal of mine is knitting fingerless gloves, which I know is like an early 2000s like fashion statement. I don't care. I'm doing this to learn, so whatever. Next thing is I want to knit a mug cozy. I didn't know these existed, but they're basically, I have a mug here. They're little scarves for mugs. Scarves? Sweaters. That's usually how I describe them. They're like little cute sweaters for mugs, and you like get a little button on them. I could probably just, put a picture right here. There we go. Mug cozy. So yeah, they're super cutie, and I really want to make one because I have a mug collection that I've had to stop because your girl is broke, as you can probably tell by the background of mine. I am on the floor, and behind me is the bed. Anyway, so knitting a mug cozy, that's my next one. Okay, I also want to learn a new knitting technique, and when I put this on here, I didn't realize that by putting that one on there, by knitting a mug cozy or knitting fingerless gloves, I would also be checking that one off, because those, I believe, fingerless gloves are using cable needles, or no, mug cozy using cable needles, and I don't know what's needed for fingerless gloves yet, because I haven't looked into it. But that one's a little too easy, unfortunately, but whatever. Next, I really want to try goth makeup. I don't know if makeup's a hobby now that I'm thinking about it. It kind of is. Maybe? Oh well. It's a hobby in my little brain. But I've been doing makeup a little bit recently, and it's a lot of fun, and mad respect to makeup artists everywhere, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and every time I put makeup on myself, I feel like I look like a clown. So, like, props to you guys for, like, knowing that art, because it truly is an art. So, round of applause for makeup artists. But yeah, so I want to do goth makeup. My little high school, middle school self wanted to be goth, but alas, I didn't know how to obtain the style. So, in order to fulfill my childhood dreams, I would like to throw on goth makeup. Probably will be a video. It's probably gonna be horrible, and I will need advice for that so bad. But yeah, it'll be great. It'll be a wonderful time, I'm sure. Okay, next up is I want to write 6 short stories by the end of this year. And short stories, I love them. I actually am hoping at some point in my little life to write a short story book. So in order to write a short story book, you have to write the short stories. In order to do that, you have to draft them up. And I hate drafting. I love revising, I love editing, I love like moving things around. That's a fun little process. I hate drafting it. I hate having to put it out on paper because I try to like overanalyze it and correct everything, and I never go anywhere with it. So for these like 6 short stories, they don't need to be fully fleshed out. I just need to put them on paper and draft them. So I currently have 2, and I'm working on another one, and I'm working on 2 others and that aren't finished. But who knows? Maybe I'll do a little fun like reading on here if people even want that. But oh well. Okay. Next up is I want to fill up half my sketchbook. So I got this cute little sketchbook. She's adorable. It's got a little tree. I love trees. That's a willow tree. That's my first tattoo. I will want more. God, this sickness is getting to my little head. Anyway, so I have a sketchbook, and I am not the greatest at drawing. And a lot of artists will say that. I'm not an artist. I'm just a guy who likes to doodle. So that's the way it goes. But I love this first drawing that's in my sketchbook. If you can see it. It's a FWOG saying objection, like in Phoenix Wright. Yeah, it's a lawyer game. I've never played it. I've never seen it. I only know the meme. So anyway. Oh, my throat is drying out. But I want to fill up half of this guy, and so far I am not halfway. Let's see. Well, let me actually try to put it. Okay, I've done this much, and I think halfway would probably be about. So I'm not close. But it's only February, I guess. Okay, next one. I want to do a Pokemon related craft. As you can probably see, that right there is Bulbasaur, and that like black blob right there is Snorlax, but you know, you have to flip it over and then it'll be Snorlax. And I have a sleeping Jolteon in bed as well. So I have a lot of Pokemon things around me. I do like Pokemon. I don't know a lot about the newer generations because I kind of stopped being invested in it after that, because I felt like Nintendo was maybe trying too hard to keep the franchise going, and that's just my opinion. You can come at me. That's okay. That's understandable. Me personally, I stopped after Black and White mainly because I couldn't afford the other games. So the other games could be probably really good, which is why I want to play. We'll get into that subtle foreshadowing, huh? But I want to do a Pokemon related craft. My standard for that is like it could be a drawing, which is kind of the last resort because for me, like I can just sketch it up and it'll look ugly and I can just mark it off my bingo card. I want to challenge myself with it. I kind of want to do like maybe a painting with it, or like a clay figurine, like sculpting one. That would be fucking awesome in my brain. But something that's Pokemon related because I like Pokemon and I think they're great. So it'll maybe help me have fun with trying something new. Speaking of trying something new, the next one is discovering 5 new hobbies. And so far I have one, which is this right here, editing and recording videos. I kind of lumped it into one. YouTube as a hobby. So yeah, I just want to like figure out what else is out there. I have 2 hobbies just kind of hanging out in my room right now. One of them is needle felting. I have a little like kit to make like a little needle felted bird. I don't know, I said burb. God. Oh, anyway. And the next one is, it's not cross stitching, but you do need like a little like needle puncher thing, and you put it in the little like circle thing. I don't know what it's called, but I have that in my room as well. So 5 new hobbies. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments below. I promise we're almost done with this category. It's so long. Next one, read 12 books. 1 book for each month. I've already read 2. They were both short story books. One of them was The Martian Chronicles by Ray Bradbury. Super awesome. Loved it. And then Bonding by Maggie, I don't remember her last name. But that one's a lot of like body horror. So if you're not into that, don't read that one. I'm currently reading The Hunger by Alma. Can't remember their last name. But that one I'm like almost done with. So, and that one's a novel. So cute, neat. Next one is I want to paint an abstract painting and what I'm calling a concrete painting. So abstract being like the fun little swirlies that you see in like offices and museums. I don't know why those are in the same category, but whatever. But I've always loved abstract painting, and whenever I try to do it, it never looks good. So just figured I'd try it again. I don't know. And then a concrete painting being like something like solid. In my last bingo card, I wanted to paint a corgi. I want a corgi so freaking bad. And I want to name mine. If you understand, wonderful. But I wanted to paint a thing of corgi. So yay, at some point I will be doing it. Next one, and this one's kind of wild, it's trying a niche hobby. And what I'm defining as a niche is like something that's not just readily available. So like if I walk into Michael's, whatever is in that store, to me is like I could just buy that and bring it home, and that would be like discovering a new hobby. Trying out a niche hobby, I want that to be like one of the people in my knitting group that I go to, because yes, I go to a knitting group. It's wonderful. Thank you very much. But one of the people in my knitting group does like, I don't know what it's called, but they melt glass and then they like doll. They like put it on a thing and they make little like glass animals out of it. And it's super cute. And I would consider that a niche hobby because you can't just readily do that at home. So again, any suggestions, please let me know in the comments below. Rhyming. Last one in the category. I play alto saxophone and I would like to practice that for 72 hours. I love playing and I miss playing, and I at some point would love to go like play with like a local band. I think that would be awesome, but you know, you have to practice and be good at it in order to like do that. So 72 hours I don't think is a lot. If there are any musicians in the crowd, let me know if that's too much. I don't think it is. I think musicians probably practice for way more hours just because like it's an intense life. In college I knew music majors and they would like sleep in practice rooms, like practicing all night. It's a crazy life. Okay, we made it through. Okay. Next category, physical activities. So the first one of mine is going on 4 what I'm calling big hikes. And by big, I mean like probably like 5 or more miles. I don't know if that's big for me. Okay, shut up. Yeah, so I love hiking and I'm in a state where the hikes are amazing and beautiful. And I like being in nature because nature is healing. So I would like to go on 4 big hikes. There is a hike. It's basically just a bunch of stairs. And I know that I'm going to hate it when I do it, but I really want to do it just to say that I did. I don't remember what the hike's called, but hey, future editor, here's a picture of it. It looks awful, but I want to do it regardless. So that's my hiking story. Next one is I want to be able to bench 90 pounds at least. Right now I can bench, the bar is typically 35 and I can put 10 on each side. So I'm about like 55. If the bar is actually 45, it is 65. I don't remember if it's 35 or 45, but I could do 55 to 65 pounds and I want to be able to do 90. And that's just a little personal goal of mine. Next, I want to learn 7 new yoga poses. I know some of the basics and I want to try doing something a little bit more intense in the yoga world. So all my yogis, I don't know why that feels wrong. I'm sorry. All my yoga people out there, let me know what I can try. If there are any like crazy yoga positions that are intense, that would be great. Being able to run a 5K without stopping. I used to be able to do this in high school. I would like to be able to do it again. So I have the Nike Run Club app and I gotta get a schedule in for running. Lastly on this list is I want to be able to do 1 pull-up. I've never been able to do a pull-up in my life and I believe this is going to be the year to do it. Now we go into other. The first one is reworking my wardrobe. I just really need to redo it. I feel like all I wear is like a graphic tee and jeans, and I want to be a little bit more creative with it. So I have a lot of like, I think the category is dark academia, but like that style of clothing, like turtlenecks and trench coats and like browns and greens and grays. Like, I just love that style. I would love to be able to dabble in that a little bit more and maybe rework the wardrobe to just be like that. That would be great. I'm not gonna get rid of my graphic tees because those are like comfort clothes for me, but you know, I would like to expand my little horizons. Speaking of expanding horizons, I almost forgot what I said. I want to take a solo trip somewhere where I have never been before, and I will be safe with it, obviously. I'm not gonna pick like a dangerous place for someone to travel alone, but just somewhere I've never been before, and just take a weekend to just explore it and have fun with it. Because I'm an introvert and I like to do things alone sometimes, and that includes taking little trips by myself. I don't know if that's weird, but That's what I like, so whatever. I want to start and finish some show. I have a thing with shows where I will start it and I will get so close to the end and then I don't finish it because I'm afraid to finish it. And I think, I don't know, it like has something to do with like, I don't know, maybe the closure won't be as good as I want it to be. Or like with some shows that I watch, like Cowboy Bebop, for instance, they were supposed to make another season. Oh my god, I got nasally. They were supposed to make another season, and then they didn't. So I'm left with a cliffhanger that will never be resolved. And so I just choose not to finish it. And I don't know why. I just feel like this is the year I need to do something about it. And so I think the show I'm going to be doing is, now don't get mad at me, but I have never watched Avatar: The Last Airbender. I know, horrible. I watched it whenever it came up on Saturday mornings as a kid, but like I never like sat down and watched all of it, so I don't really know the story or the plot or anything. And I feel left out because all of my friends have. So I feel like this is the show I will be watching and finishing this year because I just have to in my little brain. Last one is I want to buy and play Pokemon Legend of Arceus. I mentioned it in my first video, so I feel bad mentioning it again in the next vlog, but I've always wanted to play it, as I mentioned earlier with Pokemon Crafts, and I just need to get it and play it, man. That's just what I gotta do. So that's really it. So nothing crazy like variety-wise here, but these are for me. These are goals that I've made for myself. Obviously, there are some other ones that are a little bit more personal. These are like regarding like money and work life and, you know, all that good stuff. So yeah, there's that. This isn't something that my boyfriend did, but I decided to do it for myself as like a motivation, but making rewards for each bingo that I get. Now I did the calculations and I think the most bingos I can get is 8, just based on like the array that I have before I get a blackout. So here are the list of, sorry, I have my script here. Here are the list of goals that I have. So for one bingo, I get a new Pokemon game. The next one is new gaming mouse and keyboard. Number 3, I love little things and knickknacks. So about $100 of that, $100 will be invested in getting a new knickknack. A new espresso machine for the next bingo. 1 week off of work, just in whatever way I can do that. A new gaming headset, a massage and spa day where I will go to an actual like massage place and like have an actual massage. That sounds super exciting. Never done that before. Yes, I have. I've done it once. And then taking a trip over a weekend to go see a friend that's not in the state that I currently reside in. And then a blackout would be planning an international trip for, depending on when I get it, 2027 or 2028. But yeah, so if I happen to get a blackout before all of those rewards, then I just automatically get them. That's like my little rule for that. Those are all things that I don't need, but they're things that I could like using. I would like them. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, so I will most likely not document all of my goals on this channel, but some of them, probably, like the makeup one, I probably will. I'll probably do a review on like Pokemon Legend of Arceus or a Let's Play on it if I can. I don't know. So some of them will be documented, some of them won't be. Whatever, that's just the way life be, so you know. But let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions on any of the things that I've said, or if you've made your own bingo card and how that process is going and how you're feeling about it. But yeah, so that's all there is. I guess I have to do the obligatory like and subscribe, so if you could like and subscribe, that'd be pretty cool. Well, this is a little embarrassing. Turns out my audio decided to not work for the last like 30 seconds of this video. I don't recall what I said, but I do know that I said this one thing, which is cheers. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!